It's a warm welcome to Belfast and to an historic potential night here for Northern Ireland as they take on Hungary on match day 8 of the European qualifiers, with the chance of booking their spot at next year's UEFA Euro 2016 if they can win the game. The atmosphere here quite fantastic on what could be a special night for Northern Ireland, who know the win here would do for them. With 3 games to go, Northern Ireland are top of Group F. They have 16 points on the board. Romania there in second, and Hungary right in the mix too. They lie in third. All still to play for. The top 2 teams go straight through. Third place would mean a playoff spot at the very least. Well, Northern Ireland began the campaign with a 2-1 success in Hungary 12 months ago, with 2 late goals from Niall McGinn and from Kyle Lafferty. That was followed by wins over Greece and Finland, and 2 victories against the Faroe Islands, the last of which came on Friday when Michael O'Neill's side won by 3 goals to 1. There were few who even dreamt that Northern Ireland would find themselves in this position with 7 games played. But there's a mood of real excitement here, expectation too, and perhaps a touch of anxiety. They know the scale of the prize which lies before their team here tonight. And with the ongoing development work at Windsor Park, there's a reduced capacity here once again, but the tickets which were available were snapped up very quickly indeed. A night that no Northern Irish fans would want to miss. But it's not all or nothing. There are 2 games to come next month where they will still have a chance, if they fail here, to seal their qualification. For a team who've had to wait 30 years to play at a major tournament, these Northern Irish fans want to see the job done here tonight. As for Hungary, it's a game of real importance for them too, as they try and maintain their challenge for a top 2 spot in the group. They kept within touching distance of Romania after a goalless draw against Angel Iordanescu's side a few days ago. That helped them to maintain their place in third in the group. And they might well come here with an intent to attack. If the Hungarians win this game, the context of this group would change dramatically. They could move to within 1 point of the leaders Northern Ireland by full time tonight. The Hungarian team amassing in the makeshift tunnel here. It is a talented Hungarian side who have performed well on their travels in the group so far, and they must not be taken lightly by Northern Ireland here tonight. It's been a long wait too for Hungary, just like Northern Ireland, to play at a major tournament. In fact, for both of these 2 nations, their last major finals was the World Cup in 1986. A long wait could be coming to a close for Northern Ireland, and perhaps for Hungary too. It's still pretty tight at the top of Group F, with Romania right in the mix as well. And it's been the rise of this Northern Irish side which has really caught the eye, defying all expectations, defying all the odds, to sit in their lofty perch at the top of the group. As their captain Stephen Davis, he will lead his team out here in a few moments' time into a quite wonderful atmosphere. The fans have been packed in here for a good half an hour or so, enjoying some pre-match entertainment. Could yet be a special night in the history of this pretty small nation. We saw one of the minnows of European football reach the finals last night in the shape of Iceland. Can Northern Ireland do likewise here on their home patch tonight? The prize of a place at UEFA Euro 2016 is there to be grasped for Northern Ireland. In these parts, it's one of the most important fixtures for 3 decades. And those who are packed into Windsor Park tonight could witness history in the making. A pivotal night for Northern Ireland, But so too for the Hungarians. Defeat might spell the end of their top two ambitions, but a place in France next summer remains in their sights. Can Northern Ireland get the job done here? If not, they have games against Greece and Finland to come next month. But in front of this raucous crowd, it will be a perfect setting to seal their spot in the finals in France next year. As Northern Ireland's coach, Michael O'Neill, done such a superb job over the past 12 months or so. He looks calm for now. We'll see if he remains that way throughout the course of the match tonight.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Northern Ireland.
Well, there might just be 10,000 here in Windsor Park tonight, but you would think there are many, many more. It's a special noise for this Group F fixture of the European qualifiers. This is the Northern Ireland team tonight. It shows one change in their win in the Faroe Islands on Friday. Niall McGinn drops down to the bench with Corey Evans coming in as his replacement. Michael McGovern stays in goal. Kyle Lafferty's been the star of the Irish campaign with 6 goals in 7 games. One of those was the winner in Hungary last September. Our referee is the Turk Kunik Shakir, one of Europe's finest. He took charge of last year's Champions League final in Berlin when Barcelona overcame Juventus. As for Hungary, they held Romania to a goalless draw 3 days ago. Their team here, strengthened by the return of midfield man Zoltan Gira, back after suspension. He's in as one of 4 changes tonight. The experienced defender Roland Uash is injured, replaced by Richard Guzmix, with starts 2 for Jolt Kalmar and Christian Nemeth. Gira will play just behind Adam Shalai up front. And a look at those on the bench. The list of those in reserve for Hungary includes Nemanja Nikolic, who's been scoring goals at plenty domestic football in Poland this season, but he finds himself only amongst those in reserve for Hungary here. Gareth McCauley scored 2 goals for Northern Ireland in the match at the Faroe Islands on Friday. Michael O'Neill on the right there, the coach of Northern Ireland, hoping this will be a special night for his team in Belfast tonight. So along with the host nation France, England, the Czech Republic and Iceland are the first teams to qualify for Euro 2016. Now can Northern Ireland confirm their place at the party with the win they require against Hungary tonight. They have won 5 of their first 7 games, and with 3 more points here, it would be job done for Northern Ireland. Hungary all in the red kit tonight, playing from right to left in this first half. Their mission to try and spoil this atmosphere in Belfast. Remember, they start in 3rd place in the group, and if they were to win, they would go just 1 point behind the leaders, Northern Ireland. Two sides who both failed to reach a major tournament finals since the World Cup of 1986. First of 3 remaining games for both in this qualifying campaign. It's a strong tackle there by the Irish captain, Stephen Davis. And Conor McLaughlin going in, finding Corey Evans. It's a free kick for Northern Ireland. Corey Evans replacing Niall McGinn, the only change made by Northern Ireland tonight. It's been a very settled team throughout the campaign. A team which has performed heroics in getting this far. Now can they go all the way and seal the job here tonight? And there's McCauley with the free kick. Lafferty amongst the forward targets. It was missed by Lafferty, but behind him is Stuart Dallas. Brunt with the ball in. Stephen Davies arriving. It's his header. It's come on the way of McLaughlin. Davies once again. It's a bit overheat. Dallas has to scamper. Up against Attila Fiola. Here's Brunt. Now Chris Baird. It's a bright start that by Northern Ireland. Their first move of menace. Brunt with a deep ball in towards Stephen Davies, who you might say is a bit unselfish to try and head the ball square when there was maybe a chance to go for goal himself. Hungary have played here in Belfast 3 times before, and they've won all 3 games. The only previous competitive game was in qualifying for the 1990 World Cup, when Hungary won here 2-1. And Billy Bingham was the man in charge of Northern Ireland. The Chris Brunt here with the Irish throw. Looking towards Lafferty. Here's Johnny Evans. He missed the game in Hungary 12 months ago to the very day when Northern Ireland came from behind to win by 2-1. There's Bernd Storck, who is the 3rd man to lead Hungary in the European qualifiers. He began with Attila Pinter, who was sacked after Northern Ireland's win in Hungary a year ago. Fiola. Now Guzmix. Here's Balázs Zsuzsak, the Hungarian captain. It's off the head of Shalai. Zsuzsak once again. And he went for goal, Balázs Zsuzsak. They scored once in the qualifying campaign so far for Hungary in their 1-1 draw against Romania last November. winning his 71st cap. Became the most expensive Hungarian player ever when he moved to Dynamo Moscow for 19 million euros a few years ago. He left Russian football to move to Turkey in the summer. Michael McGovern with the goal kick. Turned away by Leandro. Johnny Evans with the header. Johnny Evans, who is the older brother of Corey Evans. Two siblings in the Northern Ireland team tonight. Brunt has found McLaughlin. Davis. McLaughlin. Davis will give chase here. It was a mistake by Tamas Kadar. McLaughlin looking for Lafferty. That's an awkward slice. A few signs of nerves back there for Hungary. It's a cheap corner given away. It's not their first choice back four. And you can see here very early on, they are looking a touch vulnerable. It's Oliver Norwood with the Northern Ireland corner. It's a good ball too. And it came the way of Corey Evans, who peeled away there. Bit of an air shot though by him. Might be a break on now for Hungary. Here's Shadai. Unable to keep the ball in play there. It's been 3 wins, 3 draws in the group for Hungary so far, just 1 defeat. The games have been pretty low scoring affairs. They have scored just 7 times, conceding just 3. It's a goalless draw in Budapest on Friday against Romania, which was a good result to keep them in the mix in the group. Here's Lafferty in pursuit up against Kadar. It's a throw for Northern Ireland. McLaughlin here with a throw. One of those to play every game in the campaign so far. And he was fouled there, McLaughlin. And this free kick in a promising position for Northern Ireland. Just a slight arm on the shoulder by Christian Nemeth. Have a change of ball. But this is where Northern Ireland have been very impressive throughout the campaign. They've scored a big chunk of their goals from dead ball situations. With the height of the likes of Lafferty and McCauley to aim for. It'll be Chris Brunt on set-piece duty. A one-man Hungarian wall, which is Christian Nemeth. The Turkish referee will just have a word or two here to stamp out any pushing and shoving. Right from the word go, Fiola and McCauley, the 2 players being spoken to. So Brunt with the ball in. Oh, it's punched by Gabor Kiraly. Not the most effective goalkeeping. Well, he got away with it, the veteran goalkeeper. 39 years of age, Gabor Kiraly. The teasing ball in by Brunt. It's not the sort of goalkeeping which will inspire confidence in what looks to be a shaky back line in front of him. Northern Ireland hoping this will be a special night for them. It is an anniversary night too at Windsor Park. 10 years ago tonight, it was one of the standout days in their football history. A 1-0 win here over England. in qualifying for the 2006 World Cup when David Healy scored a winning goal. We're hoping to write some more stories here. There's a yellow card shown here to Kyle Lafferty, and it's a booking which will mean a suspension for him. There was a late tackle there on Richard Guzmix, and Lafferty will now miss the next qualifying game, which is here next month against Greece. That will be a loss if that game matters to Northern Ireland. Manu has scored 6 goals in 7 qualifying games so far. All the more incentive to get the job done here tonight now. Isn't a Northern Irish team which is blessed with goals throughout it. Shalai trying to turn there. With the 11 goals they've scored in the campaign, Northern Ireland, 9 have been scored by just 2 players. 6 for Lafferty, 3 for McCauley. The big centre-back McCauley, with those 3 goals now in the campaign, has scored the same number of goals in European qualifying for Northern Ireland as the great George Best. Not sure McCauley, a centre-back, would ever have envisaged being mentioned alongside that sort of company in terms of a goal-scoring statistic. Here's Zuzak. Now Leandro, the Brazilian-born left full-back for Hungary. This is Nemeth. Now Guzmix. And Attila Fiola. This is Zsolt Kalmar, one of the 4 players brought in by Bernstedt for Hungary tonight. They have been hampered by injuries, suspensions over this international double-header. Here's McCauley. Driven ball for Lafferty, but no one there gambling in behind of him. As I mentioned, 10,000 fans in here tonight. The redevelopment of Winter Park is due to be completed next month. Particularly at the South Stand, which is fairly empty, the one in which the main camera is housed here. Will eventually seat 18,000 people when finished. I hope it might be done in time for that last home qualifying game here against Greece next month, which could yet be a big party. Here's Nemeth. Too much on that forward pass. Plays in the USA, Christian Nemeth with Sporting Kansas City. Returned to the fold in June for the national team, off the bench in the previous 2 qualifying games, but this is first start of the group. Michael O'Neill would become just the 3rd man to lead Northern Ireland to a major tournament after Peter Doherty with the World Cup in 1958 and Billy Bingham, who took them to 2 World Cups in the 80s. Free kick won there by Lafferty. A set piece at which both Evans and McCauley have advanced from the back. Norwood's free kick. It's a low one. There might be a chance for Dallas. It was quick thinking there by Northern Ireland. Richard Guzmix back in the nick of time for Hungary. It's intelligent play that. Dallas was going for a cutback rather than straight for goal, and the block came in to save the Hungarians. Nice touch there by Nemeth. Here's Kalmar. Chris Baird went in, the last touch came off the Hungarian player. McLaughlin. Header out by Guzmix. That's Baird. It's a good ball. Chris Brunt trying to move past Zuzak. Stephen Davis. Now McCauley. Evans to McLaughlin. Evans going on. The referee has given a free kick. He was waiting there to play an advantage, which didn't arrive for Northern Ireland. Very well renowned referee Kunit Shakir, regular in all the big tournaments in recent times, in charge of this big fixture for these two sides here in Belfast tonight. Norwood's free kick. Davis jumping, so too was Dallas. Dallas once again trying to move past Kadar, and he was caught. Will be a free kick once again. These set pieces now mounting up for Northern Ireland. There's plenty of early pressure on this Hungarian defence. Oliver Norwood who stands over the free kick. It's a decent ball in towards McCauley, but the Irish defender penalised for a push. So as the home fans there were increasing the volume. They are unbeaten here in the campaign so far, Northern Ireland, with 2 wins against the Faroes and Finland. Were held to a goalless draw in their last match here in June against Romania. Another free kick there for Hungary. Tamás Kadar, the aggressive figure in the Hungarian defence. Plays for Lech Poznan in Poland, the Polish champions. He'd have 4 years playing in the UK, though, on the books of Newcastle. And a loan spell to Huddersfield. Shalai with a flick. Evans with a header. Shalai's there again, but steered clear by Stephen Davis. Here's Lafferty. Oh, Lafferty was caught late there. That was a poor challenge by Richard Guzmix, and Lafferty flying into the advertising boards. A clear foul by Guzmix. And a painful landing for Lafferty. Yellow card the results for the Hungarian defender. He can have few complaints about that. Brunt with the free kick. McCauley gone forward. Corey Evans. Davis arriving, but here's Kalmar for Hungary. Evans snapping away, so too Davis. So well to win that ball back there, Northern Ireland. Here's Brunt. Lafferty's touch. Out by Kuzmix. McLaughlin. Four by Christian Nemeth. Corey Evans. Here's McCauley. It's the sixth time these two sides have met. Hungary won the first 4 games. Then Northern Ireland won in Budapest a year ago tonight. It's a sloppy pass. Seized upon by Damas with a good turn of pace. He got past Kuzmix. Block came in by Fiona. Here's Brunt. And that will be a corner. Not for the first time, the Hungarian defence all at sea. And the captain, Balas Zsuzsak, asking why. The crowd fill the atmosphere once again. Brent with the free kick. Glanced on by McCauley. In goes Baird. But an easy catch for Gabor Kiraly. Few early scares for the Hungarians, but they've survived them up to now. Northern Ireland come again here with Dallas. Referee play the advantage. Lafferty. Stephen Davis. Hungary being pushed back once again. Chris Brunt. Now Baird. McCauley. There is a real confidence about the way Northern Ireland are playing here so far. Not burdened by the expectation of their fans. Taking the game to the Hungarians, and the Hungarians being forced into a change here. Midway through the first half as Akos Elek departs the scene. And it's Adam Nagy who's coming off the bench. And at 20 years of age, he will make his debut for Hungary. That's a big match in which to make your bow. I mentioned they're a bit short of numbers, Hungary. Once again, we've seen them have to go to their bench early on. Here's Nemeth. Seen much on that for Shalai. That's Johnny Evans with a touch. The Andros header. Here's Kalmar. Good intervention by McCauley. 35 years of age now, McCauley. Very consistent man for his country. He has been captain at times as well over the years. Shalai for Hungary. Chris Baird coming back to deal with that danger. Another man who's played every qualifying game so far, even though he's been short of games at club level over the past couple of years. There's a real faith in this team from Michael O'Neill. It's a foul on Lafferty. Not for the first time. He's the sort of player who can back in and draw those challenges. That time it was Kuzmix who was penalised, who was booked earlier on for a challenge on Lafferty. Another chance from a dead ball scenario for Northern Ireland here. Only a 3-man defensive ball for Hungary. McCauley standing on the end of it. Will it be Norwood here with the right foot or Brunt with the left? It is Norwood who went for goal. It was Pushed aside by Kirai, then given away. Stephen Davis. And it goes towards Lafferty, still not being cleared particularly well. Nice feet there by Dallas. And he got the ball in two. And it drifts behind for a goal kick. It's the home side applying all the pressure. Northern Ireland had to come from behind to win in Budapest 12 months ago. They were a goal behind after only a quarter of an hour or so. Niall McGinn got the equalising goal. Lafferty got the winner in what was Northern Ireland's first away win for 4 years. Another infringement given against the Hungarians. Chris Brunt, who plays more of a midfield role at club level with West Bromwich Albion in the English top flight. And that left back spot for Northern Ireland. Deep free kick. Hanging towards Lafferty, who is the perennial target. McLaughlin just squeezed out of play. A fullback who hails from here in Belfast. His debut came 4 years ago, and now he's the first choice right back for Northern Ireland. Spike playing his club football in the third tier of the English game with Fleetwood Town. They are all on their feet. The Green and White Army, who never in their wildest imagination would have expected their team to be in with this chance of qualifying with 2 games to spare. A reminder, if Northern Ireland win tonight, they would go through. A draw would guarantee a top 3 finish. They want all 3 points. McLaughlin there's one to throw. Corey Evans back to McLaughlin. Well defended by Christian Nemeth. It's been 42 years since Hungary last appeared at the European Championships. A team who have a very respectable footballing past. They won 3 Olympic titles. They reached the final of 2 World Cups in 1938 and 1954. And they were third too at the European Championships in 1964. Time for this current generation, though, to step up and try and reach a finals once again. Just about holding Northern Ireland at bay so far here at Windsor Park. Coming up towards the half-hour mark. Nice touch by Davis, linking with Norwood. Davis now for Dallas. Dallas is going on. And he tried to find Davis with the return pass. A bit of a misunderstanding between the two of them. Kalmar. Evans. Here's Chris Baird. Stuart Dallas. Just kept that ball in play. Stephen Davis. Here's McCauley. Baird. Looking for the running off that right-hand side there from Corey Evans. Northern Ireland began this campaign in 95th spot in the FIFA World Rankings. And just outside the top 40. In fact, 4 spots beneath the Hungarians. In that regard, two sides who are very closely matched. Stalemates so far here, even though it's been Northern Ireland doing the bulk of the pressing. Just the one shot on goal so far from Hungary. It was from their captain, Zuzak, early on. Here's Evans. Kadar in the way. Here's Nagy, the debutant. Leandro. Nice pass up towards Kalmar, but his touch was a bit heavy. Now Corey Evans. Kadar with a header forward. He was just 16 when Northern Ireland were last at that major tournament, the World Cup in Mexico in 1986. 2 years ago, Michael O'Neill looked to be on the brink of losing his job in charge of Northern Ireland after a desperate campaign in qualifying for the last World Cup. But the FA stuck with their man, and that decision's been vindicated. It's a foul by Macaulay on the back of Shalai. It'll be Zuzak will take the free kick. And it's a rare chance here for Hungary to commit some bodies forward. Kuzmics and Kadar up from the back. In it goes by Zuzak. Can beat the first defender, who was Oliver Norwood. Returned by Fiona. Nemeth here with a chance. Terrific save by McGovern. The offside flag was up anyway. He wouldn't have counted had Nemeth beaten McGovern there. But the goalkeeper wasn't to know that. He came flying out. He was offside when the ball was played there, Nemeth. It's a very good decision. It's also very good goalkeeping. Brave, quick off his line. Slight scared there for Northern Ireland. They come away with a free kick. It's become the preferred #1 goalkeeper to Roy Carroll, who began the first 5 qualifying games. McGovern now starting for the 3rd match in a row. Kept a clean sheet in his first match. They draw here against Romania in June. Letting that 1 goal at the Faroes on Friday, where Northern Ireland won 3-1 in the North Atlantic, finishing the game with just 10 men. Plays his club football in Scotland, Michael McGovern, with Hamilton Academical in the top flight. He's the captain of that team. As a former youngster with Celtic. Davies with a flick on. Kalmar. Now Zuzak. Was caught by Chris Brunt. Another player, Brunt, who is booking away from a potential suspension for Northern Ireland. Another Hungarian set piece then. And again, Zuzak is the man who'll deliver. It's a short one to Fiona. It's gone back now for Zuzak. Decent jump by Baird. Then away by Johnny Evans. Fiona going in, and no chances taken by Brunt. Anywhere will do. And again, pretty short on clear goalman chances so far. With half-time now just 10 minutes away. When Hungary last came here 7 years ago, they won by 2-0. Zoltan Gira amongst the goal scorers. Erwin Koeman was the man in charge of Hungary back then. The younger brother of Ronald Koeman. Two men who now work together at club level with Southampton in the English top flight. It's Bernd Stork, now the German, who is in charge of the Hungarian side. He took charge in July. Goalkeeper Karai came a long, long way there, but got there in good time. There's those trademark tracksuit bottoms, Gabor Karai. This is his 97th cap. He's now just 4 behind the Hungarian all-time record holder, Josep Bocic, one of their stars of the 1960s and 50s. Norwood. Davis. Brunt arriving from left back. Now Lafferty. Not played a single minute at club level so far this season, Carl Lafferty. He did say after the game at the Faroes a few days ago he is a bit short of match fitness. Remarkable how he could perform so well for his country. Barely have a sniff of club football. He's been the focal point of this Northern Irish team throughout this campaign. And the perfect front man. And the system they play is a terrific target man. He's shipped into with good contribution in terms of goal scoring. Bears. Now McLaughlin. Zoltan Gira. It's had a pretty quiet first half for Hungary. Fioba. Zuzak. Trying to pick out Nemeth, who lost his footing there at a crucial second. And then brought down Conor McLaughlin. Just thought Zuzak might let fly there with a shot. He went for the pass instead towards Nemeth. As you can see there, he slipped and then fouled his man. McGovern with the free kick. Flick on was by Lafferty. Corey Evans, the man hoping to feed off that in behind, but it was well dealt with. Seems to have found a bit more composure now defensively, Hungary, for that shaky start. And their 2 remaining games in the group are against the bottom 2 teams in the group. They play the Faroe Islands in Budapest next month before finishing their campaign away against Greece. And Greece were the top seeds when the draw was made. The team have had a desperate time of it in this qualifying campaign. Evans with the ball in here, Dallas arriving. Well taken by Gabor Karai, who dispatches quickly up towards Shaddai. Not too much support there for him. It was a good jump by Johnny Evans. And now here's McLaughlin. It's a bit awkward that by McGovern. He got away with it. And Davis finds Brunt. Sort of night where you want to take a chance like that in defence. Davis, laid off by Norwood. Baird. McLaughlin, it's a good move this. It's Norwood. Would have been quite some goal that had Northern Ireland been able to apply a finishing touch to it. Lovely one-touch passing. McLaughlin. Say foul. Leandro the man. And it's a booking for Leandro. And that will mean a suspension for him too. Very high foot. So high, he caught McLaughlin in the throat. That's two of the Hungarian back four now who have received yellow cards so far tonight. Half time, not too far away. This would be an ideal time to strike for Northern Ireland. There'll be some concern here for Karai in the Hungarian goal. He's positioned at two-man defensive wall. Chris Brunt with the free kick, which was low. Not the best in truth. Sent in again by McLaughlin. Evans has stayed forward. It was away by Tamas Kadar. McCauley. Lafferty's flick on. Davis. That was a nice give and go. Here's the ball then. Karai did well there. Just had to backtrack a touch. From the Northern Ireland perspective, it was a bit too close to the goalkeeper. But the veteran stopper gathered it pretty cleanly. Here's Nemeth holding off McLaughlin, and he might let fly from here. Didn't really catch it too well. It opened up though there for Christian Nemeth of Hungary. Easily moving past McLaughlin, not closed down. There was a slip there by Baird which gave the space to Nemeth, but he couldn't make the most of it. McLaughlin's header on. Here's Nagy. Gira. Here's Guzmix. Now Fiola. He made his debut last October. And for the last 5 qualifying games now. Guzmix with the ball forwards. Dealt with by Dallas. It's been a bit of a live wire on that left-hand side for Northern Ireland. Here's Brunt. Big shout of man on as Jacques Kalmar was lurking just behind him. McCauley. Last few moments of first half normal time. Lafferty went down. And Lafferty penalised for a high foot. It's given us dangerous play, that. Here's Guzmix. Starting his first game for nearly 2 years for Hungary. Just 1 minute of the first half stoppage time. Fioda's ball on. Nice cushion touch by Brunt. Here he is again. Pressurised by Shadai. That's a good ball. Stuart Dallas. On towards Lafferty. Kadar seeks the sanctuary of his goalkeeper, Kurai. It's been a very competitive first half, but one which has been lacking too many by way of clear goal-mouth action. There's the half-time whistle in Belfast. No goals then at Windsor Park so far. Stuart Dallas, one of the brightest sparks in the Northern Ireland team. Kyle Lafferty, heavily involved too for the home side. His yellow card, though, will mean he will miss the next qualifying game against Greece. So all the more reason why Michael O'Neill wants the job done his night. The half-time score in Belfast. Northern Ireland 0, Hungary 0. Welcome back to Belfast and to Windsor Park on what could be a decisive night in Group F of the European qualifiers. On match day 8, Northern Ireland up against Hungary, and no goals here so far. Northern Ireland knowing a win would guarantee their spots in the finals in France next summer. Hungary, who began the night in 3rd place in the group, aiming to stay in contention with Romania and Northern Ireland above them. The quick jog across the pitch for Michael O'Neill, the Northern Ireland boss. And with the players out there and ready to get the match underway once again, a first half of few chances. One in which both sides had moments of promise. Zuzak and Nemeth for Hungary looked dangerous. Likewise, Lafferty and Dallas for Northern Ireland. Can either team now go on and convert 1 point into all 3 in this second half? So where we go once again on this atmospheric night at Windsor Park. Hungary resume the match in their red kit, and they have a free kick here straight away. It's a foul by McCorvey on Adam Shadai, and immediately Hungary can send the big guns forward here. Shadai just caught in the face there by the big defender. See, the referee had a perfect view of it. The Turk Kunitschik here, and he awards this free kick in a presentable area. It's a test of the Irish defensive concentration in these early moments of the second half. Jacques Kalmar and Zuzak over the free kick. Some discussion going on between a few Hungarian players here as to what the tactics might be. It is Kalmar's ball in. It was defended by Oliver Norwood. It then came back to Nagy, the first half substitute for Hungary. Came on in place of the injured Akos Elek. It's a good tackle there by Brunt. Here's the Irish captain, Stephen Davis, and he was caught by a trailing leg. This time the free kick goes Northern Ireland's way. Northern Ireland unbeaten at home so far in the group. Hungary unbeaten away. Both teams tough to break down. What can Brandt conjure here from this set-piece situation? It's a hanging ball in towards McCauley. It almost came towards Johnny Evans. It was well worked, this. McCauley with a touch square. Evans was there, but so too was Lafferty. And it was glanced away for a corner. Hungary's defence just about standing strong. Brandt's ball in. Karai's come and gathered under no real pressure. Perhaps required more pace, that ball in from Brandt. It was a bit too easy for the goalkeeper to come and catch it. Well, Hungary been to reach the European Championships for just the third time. And previously had just 2 successful campaigns, some 13 attempts. They had their lowest ebb in qualifying for Euro 2008 when they were bottom of their group, including an embarrassing defeat against Malta. Since then they've turned to a few foreign coaches to try and turn their fortunes around. And it's a German in the dugout tonight in the shape of Bernd Storck. Lafferty fouled there by Kadar. Remember, Lafferty on a yellow card, so too 2 of the Hungarian defence, Kuzmics and Leandro. Conor McLaughlin with the free kick for Northern Ireland. Again, McCauley's gone forward, so too has Johnny Evans, despite it being from very deep, this set piece. To flick on for Lafferty, who couldn't quite get the tethering touch. But yet again there, the prowess at set plays for Northern Ireland exemplified. McCauley won the first ball, Lafferty stretching. Couldn't quite turn it beyond Kirai, but it was close. Zizek. Pressurised by Norwood. Here's Fiola. In the way was Stuart Dallas. All this success has come from nowhere for Northern Ireland in terms of their qualifying campaigns of recent times. As they aim to reach the World Cup in the last qualifying group, they had a desperate time, winning just 1 match, finishing 5th. And qualifying for the last European Championships, they won just 2 games. Here they stand on the brink of booking their place in the finals in France next year. That's if they win here tonight, but they're back on defensive duty once again. Foul was given away by Stephen Davis. Zizek whips the ball in, flick goalwards by Zoltan Gira. Far from the tallest player on the pitch, but he rose well there, unmarked. And the glancing header in the end was some way off target. Who did score here in a friendly match 7 years ago for Hungary. 24 goals he scored in his 82 previous caps. One of those in this qualifying campaign, the winner against Finland at home last November. Christian Nemeth. Kalmar. Shalai was waiting. It's dealt with by Chris Brunt. Hungary far more of an attacking threat after half-time. Leandro's ball in. Shalai with a header. Glancing wide again. But warning signs now coming Northern Ireland's way. Should have been some tactical tweaks at half-time from Bernd Storck. He replaced the temporary coach Paul Dardai in July. Dardai was in charge for 5 qualifying games and was very popular. But he was combining work with Hungary with a job at club level at Hertha Berlin in Germany. And he opted to stay in club management rather than take on the reins full-time with Hungary. That's Kalmar. Now Zuzak. Try and take on Brent here. Zuzak doing well, got the shot away. It deflects towards Nemeth. Offside flags up. Well, it fell Nemeth's way in somewhat fortunate fashion. It's a very tight one. He's just leaning off when the ball comes his way. A good decision by the Turkish officials. Here's Leandro with a header. Up goes Davis. Now Corey Evans. Davos, nice footwork. Davis. It's away for a corner by Kadar. Baird, Evans and McCauley. All the Luxors waiting. Norwood's ball in. And it's Johnny Evans unmarked. And he knows there. That was a very good chance for Northern Ireland. One of the best they've had. No one near him. Was coming back away from goal, but even so, from that sort of range, with that much space, should have tested the Hungarian goal. The only previous goal for Northern Ireland came a long time ago in March of 2009 in a World Cup qualifying game against Poland. There was a change coming up shortly by the looks of things for Northern Ireland, with Niall McGinn stripping off on the bench. Lafferty appeared to be pushed from behind. He was by Kadar. And it wins the free kick. See the tactics of Northern Ireland to send it long towards Lafferty, who more often than not is fouled in those sorts of situations. So McGinn coming on in place of Corey Evans. McGinn, who did start the win in the Faroe Islands on Friday. Back in the action again here for Northern Ireland. Did score McGinn when he came off the bench in Hungary last September. Could there be a similar impact from him at some stage this evening? In the meantime, it's a free kick for Northern Ireland, which Norwood and Brunt stand over. It's Oliver Norwood. It's well held by Kirai. Just skips off the surface. And Kirai would have been concerned there had he parried that, with a couple of green-shirted players bearing down upon him. Fiola brushing off Dallas. Guzmix. Shadai. almost in behind Johnny Evans. The two continue their discussion. Zoltan Gira put Leandro under some pressure there with that pass. Here's Nagy, Leandro. Kadar into Gira. There's much more fluency about the Hungarian play, but that move broke down. Brunt, Norwood, and now Davis. The tempo rising. McGinn. Fiona with a header, only as far as Davis. Allowed to bounce by Zuzak. And clears in spectacular fashion. Two years ago this week, Northern Ireland lost away in Luxembourg by 3-2. One of their lowest ebbs in recent times. Michael O'Neill won just one of his first 18 games in charge. How times and how fortunes have changed for the Green and White Army. Here's Lafferty. Kadar tight to his back. Evans. Dallas to Norwood. Now McGinn. Davis. Too long for Lafferty. And time for Fiona. And here's Zuzak. Spent the past 7 years now playing away from Hungary. First in Dutch football, then in Russia, now in Turkey. Evans. Well, almost an hour gone. A reminder, Northern Ireland know a win here would book their place at Euro 2016. Hungary aiming to stay in contention in the battle for the top two. A win here would put them right back in that mix. They might need something just to stay in with the hunt in the battle just in behind at Northern Ireland and Romania. The top two at the start of the night. They look to be fairly comfortable in terms of hanging on to third spot, which would be good enough for the playoffs at least. Here's Fiona. And that muscle there by Stuart Dallas. No defeat to Bernstock side on their travels in this campaign so far. They've won the last two away games, 1-0 in Finland in June, and 1-0 against the Faroes. They also held Romania to a 1-1 draw last October. They're a tough team to beat, so it's proving for the group leaders here in Belfast. Leandro into Nemeth. Kalmar's beaten to by McLaughlin. Fiola. And Zuzak. Will touch in by Baird. That's what he's there to do, the breakup man in the Northern Ireland midfield. Bit awkward that for Johnny Evans. Here's Brunt. Now Norwood. It's a good ball. Stephen Davis. What can he muster here? It's a nice bit of footwork, not the pass though to match. Brunt. Here's Nagy. Conor McLaughlin. You can hear the Irish support doing their bit, the Green and White Army. Try and galvanise their team here. Gira. This is Zuzak up against Brunt. Players waiting in the box for the ball then, which went towards the near post of Nemeth. Should be cleared away there by Norwood and was. Lafferty couldn't quite hold the ball back for Northern Ireland. One year ago tonight, Northern Ireland won in Hungary. 10 years ago tonight, Northern Ireland beat England here at Windsor Park. The England team contained the likes of Beckham, Lampard, Gerrard and Owen. Falling to a David Healy goal, his place went mad. And it will go mad once again if Northern Ireland can find something here in the remaining half an hour. But it's Hungary who are enjoying more possession now. Looking pretty comfortable on the ball too. Zuzak. Nemeth. That's Kalmar. Never in danger of testing McGovern. Nice ball into the feet of Nemeth. The layoff was pretty good too. He's a left-footed player by nature, Jolt Kalmar. And you could tell that by the way he went for goal there with the right foot. As you can see, a change is imminent now for Hungary. Nemanja Nikolic looks to be the man coming off the bench. Again, even though it's a free kick from a very deep position, Gareth McCauley moves forward for Northern Ireland. Stuart Dallas on this left-hand side, lurking as well. Played forward by Chris Baird towards the shortest player on the pitch, Niall McGinn. Didn't work out that time for the Northern Ireland side. Here's Kalmar now for Hungary. Good tackle by Oliver Norwood. Midfield man who was born in Burnley in Lancashire in England and played for England at youth level before switching his allegiance to Northern Ireland. Baird was lost by McGinn. Even Stevens in terms of attempts on goal, and very level too in terms of possession, but in terms of shots on target, Northern Ireland have the edge, but none of those have turned to goals. Gira still going strong at the age now of 36. Will return to Hungarian football in the summer after a number of years in England. Playing now with Ferencváros, club where he had a stint earlier in his career too. McLaughlin having to be watched for here. Made a mistake, but mopping up behind him was Johnny Evans. Baird just beat Gira to that one. And here's Brunt. Bit of a hit and hope ball forward that by Chris Brunt. Allowed to bounce by Guzmix, which was a bit of a mistake. Lafferty went in, but couldn't make the ball stick. Nemeth. Kalmar. This is Gira. It's a good effort. Scored some special goals, some range over the years for club and country. There's a bit of dip and swerve on that ball there, but it was always moving away from goal. Unchallenged jump there in midfield for Gira. Steered away then by Kadar. It's a Hungarian free kick. So changed their mind here, Hungary, with the change they were going to make. We saw Nikolic a few moments ago, stripped off, but this is Tamas Priskin, who is the man they will turn to. Adam Shadai is the departing player. Priskin did score when these two sides last met 12 months ago. First goal of Hungary's qualifying campaign. And he is on now for the remaining quarter of the night. Slightly different sort of striker, Tamas Priskin, compared to Shadai, a bit more nimble, more movement about him. So a new threat for the Irish defence. Here's McCorby. Lafferty was the target, Brunt arriving too, and he was fouled. And they will pile the pressure on here, Northern Ireland. It was that mistake by Fioda. Then he caught Brunt as the ball was bouncing. Well, they've had countless set-piece chances so far this evening, Northern Ireland. Yet to make one count up to now, but could this be their moment? Coming up towards the final 20 minutes. Oliver Norwood poised with the free kick. It's bending straight into the grateful arms of Gabor Kirai. It's a good area, this ball. Someone was attacking it in that 6-yard box. It might have come to something, but maybe a bit too close in the end to the goalkeeper. Zuzak now for Hungary. Baird. It's a good header on to Stephen Davis. Kadar, the covering defender. Kalmar. He's been pushed towards that left-hand side after half-time and performing much better in that role. He's been far more involved going forwards for Hungary. There's a man who won over 30 caps himself for Northern Ireland, Michael O'Neill. Spent his playing days in English football, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and a brief stint too playing in the USA. Made his name as a coach south of the border with Shamrock Rovers. Led then to become the first Irish team to qualify for the group stage of the Europa League a few years ago. And his stock has risen over the course of this campaign with Northern Ireland. Norwood beaten in the air there by Zoltan Gira. That's been given away by Nagy, but he was there to win it back. Good work by the young man, who's not been overawed on his international debut. Switch of play there by Gira, searching towards Kalmar. Was he fouled there by McLaughlin? Yes, he was. And Conor McLaughlin's booked now as well. And he too will miss the next game against Greece next month. Yellow card, which means a ban. This is the reason why. A slight touch there on the back of Kalmar as he was about to peel in behind. Two of the Irish mainstays will be missing from their team next month. But of more immediate concern is this free kick chance for Hungary. And Kalmar, who has fouled, is the man who will take it. Nervous moments for Northern Ireland here. Can the Hungarians strike? Kalmar's ball in is tipped over the bar by McGovern. And it was dipping viciously. It's a fairly comfortable save in truth. It will be another set piece for Hungary. It's the Hungarian fans now trying to urge their side on. Balázs Zsuzsák with the corner into good area, but it's Lafferty back on defensive duty to clear away. In again by Zsuzsák, then Kalmar, away by Brunt. This is Fioda. It's not the best jump, that by Lafferty. Zsuzsák wanted to go for goal there first time with the volley. That's Priskin. It's deemed to be a foul, I think. And it's a free kick in favour of Hungary. It's been told to move a yard or two nearer towards the touchline. It's a spell of pressure here being applied by Hungary. See if Northern Ireland can keep them at bay. Zsuzsák's in swinger. Oh, it's been spilt and then turned in. It's a goal for Hungary. It's Richard Guzmik, the goal scorer. The mistake by Michael McGovern. And the Hungarians lead in Belfast. And a goal which might just throw Group F wide open once again. There's a really good ball here by Balázs Zsuzsák. But it's poor goalkeeping by McGovern. And he knows it. His reaction straight away told you. It could be a costly mistake. And Richard Guzmik's on hand to score his first ever goal for Hungary. And it's one which puts his team right back in contention in the group. The goal coming with a quarter of an hour to go. Northern Ireland will respond with a change straight away here. They will turn to Josh McGuinness. And he replaces Oliver Norwood. Striker thrown on in place of a midfielder. Well then, what do Northern Ireland have left in the tank here? It's those Hungarian fans who've come all the way to Northern Ireland tonight, who are having their own party. McCormick. Misplaced pass forwards by him. And now he's found Brunt. Dallas for Brunt. It's a low ball in, not a bad one. Turned away by Kadar. A reminder for you, if Hungary win here, they will go within 1 point of Northern Ireland with 2 games to go. Brunt's ball in. Northern Ireland will still have those 2 chances to come next month against Greece and Finland to get the win they require to reach the finals. Still time left in this one though here tonight. McGuinness. Hooked in towards Lafferty. The goal kick. A few appeals there for a corner from Nam again, but it was clearly a last touch by Lafferty. Well, the unbeaten home record looks to be in severe doubt now for Michael O'Neill's side. Jimmy Nicholl, his assistant there to his right, watching on as well. Man who won more than 70 caps in the Northern Ireland defence over the years. Zuzak looking for Kalmar. I think you'd say on the balance of the second half play, Hungary just about deserved to be in front. As I said at the start of the show, they're a talented team. But the goal coming about in very fortunate fashion. McGuinness. I think he was hoping to win a corner, but it's straight behind for the goal kick. Well, you can see etched on his face the agony of the mistake that he made moments ago to gift Hungary the opening goal here. And preferred to Roy Carroll for 3 games in a row now as the Northern Ireland #1. Johnny Evans not happy here, having been penalised. The referee will just calm a few tempers. There's a jump there on Zoltan Gira, which was adjudged to be a foul. No lasting damage done. And there'll be no rush now for Hungary. Kadar's ball forward. Evans being pressurised by Priskin. It was a bit late that by Priskin. Now a free kick for the home side. You have just over 10 minutes to go to try and get themselves at least a point. McGuinness jumping. Well, that's been sliced there. It might come for Lafferty. Fiona went in. It was a high foot there by Lafferty. Dangerous play, the offence. Lafferty very apologetic, given the fact he's on a yellow card. Just bounced a bit higher than Lafferty was expecting. The game plans worked superbly for Bernd Storck. On a short-term contract with Hungary until the end of this qualifying campaign. I'm sure if he is successful, the deal will be swiftly organised to lengthen his contract until the European Championships in France next year. Here's McGinn. Lafferty's touch. Away by Fiona. Kalmar. That's a poor tackle by Baird. Cynical as well. He knew what he was doing there. And it's a yellow card now for Chris Baird. Well, Baird here has been sent off. Well, he's not been booked before tonight. That's the point being made here by the Irish side. But I think the referee here, Kunit Kachir, is suggesting that it's an offence earlier in the move from which he played the advantage, for which he was booked once. Then he was booked for the second foul, hence the 2 yellow cards, hence the red. That's the explanation. You can see the referee pointing clearly there towards a previous incident where he was shown a yellow card retrospectively, and then the yellow card for the second challenge, and 2 yellows means a red. Northern Ireland not happy about it, but Chris Baird is sent off here. And they're now a man down and a goal down. We're just watching there, number 6 of Northern Ireland. There's a collision there where the referee plays the advantage. I think that's the reason why the first yellow card offence was given. There's the second one. And for those 2 bookings in the space of a few seconds, Chris Baird is sent off. Well, you don't see that happen too often. And you can appreciate the looks of bemusement from a few of the Irish players and coaching staff. The referee has taken his time to explain to the Irish team exactly what happened. In the wake of that red card, this is the final change now for Northern Ireland, which sees Stuart Dallas go off. He's replaced by Shane Ferguson. His first appearance in the qualifying campaign since last October. Here's Nemeth into Priskin. Nudged off the ball by McCorby, and then a reaction from Tamas Priskin. And the card is yellow. A few tempers are flaring here. And coming together just there. Then there was the exchange of words. McCorby is the player who was the instigator. And there was some contact. You have to say McCorby's reaction certainly overdoes things. And the yellow card shown to Priskin. Lafferty now. The game has become a bit scrappy, punctuated by the referee's whistle. That's a quick free kick. Ferguson. A good challenge which came in by Attila Fioba. A night which promised so much for Northern Ireland has taken a turn or two for the worse, but they can still salvage something. Brunt's with a deep ball there. Lafferty won it. McGuinness is there. And cries for a handball more from the Irish fans rather than players. Davis. 5 minutes of normal time to go, plus a chunk of stoppage time to come too. That's Kalmar forward. There's time for Johnny Evans. Angle to Lafferty. Zoltan Gira. Ireland's fans there claiming that was a high foot, but it wasn't given. Priskin. They're now going to have 3 players suspended, Northern Ireland, for the game here against Greece next month. Baird, McLaughlin and Lafferty. They will still require 1 more win from their final 2 games to book their place at Euro 2016. Ferguson. Johnny Evans. The Hungarians with their 1-man advantage now content to sit back. Lafferty putting out wide here. Zoltan Gira in the way. Here's McGinn. Two in the box. Ferguson was there. Flicked out by Fioda. Hacked away by Balazs. And Hungary the chance to counter here. Shot Kalmar. They can maybe make the point safe. Kalmar driving through. Couldn't find Priskin. Back to McGovern. Northern Ireland will try and come again. McGuinness. There's McLaughlin. Now Johnny Evans. Davis. There is still time for a dramatic equalising goal for the 10 men. Ferguson. Twisting one way then the other. Up against Fioda. We'll have to make do with the throw. McGuinness. Not the best control there by Josh McGuinness. Hungary will rise to 15 points in the group, with 3 points here if they see out the job. By way of trying to do that, they'll make a final change here. And the change will see the departure of Christian Nemeth, who was just booked seconds ago. One of 4 players shown a yellow card for the Hungarians tonight. And being replaced by the right back, Vilmos Vansiak, on for his 80th cap. And he is straight back on defensive duty. Extra body in that back line now for Hungary, with 1 minute of normal time to go. Lafferty jumping. Brunt supplies the pressure. Zuzak being just pushed backwards there by Ferguson. Long by Fioda. Brunt. What a decent pass that. It's McGuinness. Couldn't quite get there in time. Thought he was favourite there to beat Gabor Kiraly to it. Well, those are the 2 incidents there which were deemed to be cautionable offences by Chris Baird. 2 bookings in the same phase of play, which is a frustration for Michael O'Neill and Northern Ireland. They resulted in the red card for the Irish midfield player. 5 minutes of stoppage time though. Time yet for Northern Ireland to try and get a point here. Wouldn't make a huge amount of difference tonight in terms of the way the group pans out. They still wouldn't be able to qualify this evening, but it would still keep Hungary 4 points adrift of them. It's a foul against Priskin. McCauley. Now McLaughlin. McGuinness coming in. Behind him is Ferguson to maintain the Irish pressure. Not though with a ball like that. Forlorn faces now. but a win will still do against the Greeks here on match night 9 in a month's time. Those champagne bottles, which I'm sure have been purchased by many around Belfast tonight, will have to stay with the cork intact for now. McLaughlin there wins a free kick against Kalmar. Still 3 minutes of added time to play. Michael McGovern stands over the free kick, the man whose blunder might just cost Northern Ireland tonight. Evans there with a header. McGuinness is a big physical presence. Johnny Evans hanging towards Lafferty. He'll go behind for a corner. An increase in the volume again from the Green and White Army. It's the captain, Davis, who will deliver. It's an out-swinging ball then. It'll come to McGinn. Oh, it might be a chance. It's there! Kyle Lafferty in the 93rd minute may have just saved a point for Northern Ireland. And the 10-man hit back right at the death. What scenes in Belfast, and Lafferty on target yet again, scoring for the 7th time in his qualifying campaign. He was there to pounce, and for the parry by Gabor Kirayi, you just can't keep him quiet. Delight for Michael O'Neill. He is jumping for joy. Remember that still won't mean Northern Ireland will qualify tonight. But once again, the complexion of the group changes here. A draw means Northern Ireland would maintain their 4-point buffer over Hungary, and it means 1 point would do against Greece here in the next game in October. But the spirit, the desire, the determination of the Irish side really showcased there to keep on going. A man short and deep in stoppage time. Kyle Lafferty, who else, with that priceless goal. Ten seconds of added time to go now. It ends all square. Kyle Lafferty, the late saviour for Northern Ireland. The 10-man hit back in the 93rd minute. It's a point for Michael O'Neill. It means that Champagne stays on ice for now, but a point could make a big difference in the big scheme of things in Group F. Hungary went in front in the second half after the mistake by Michael McGovern. Richard Guzmix with his first ever goal for the Hungarians, who are just short here. They thought a big 3 points was coming their way. Chris Baird was sent off for 2 yellow cards for Northern Ireland. But with 10 men, they kept on going. And Kyle Lafferty, who will miss the next game against Greece through suspension, popping up right at the end. The poacher yet again for Northern Ireland. And the fans in Belfast still dreaming of a place at the championships in France next year. He's the hero once more. They love him here. And Kyle Lafferty's goals could prove absolutely crucial in Northern Ireland's chances of reaching UEFA Euro 2016. They were hoping this might be the night when they crown their passage straight through tonight, but it's not proved to be the case. Guzmix got that opening goal for Hungary. who stay 4 points behind Northern Ireland in Group F. They still have an outside chance of a place in the top two. But the full-time score here in Belfast, Northern Ireland 1, Hungary 1.
I think we definitely deserved it. We've basically battered them. They haven't had a kick in the first half. They've got a bit better in the second half, but they're a team that can punish us if we're not on it. For about 15-20 minutes in the second half, we weren't on it. As I said, they've got players like a captain and the wee number 16 in the midfield. He's a young player and he came in and he's done really well. So they've got players that could hurt us, and Michael made sure that if we did lose concentration, they would punish us. And as I said, for 10-15 minutes we took our foot off the gas and they've scored, but we're disappointed that we didn't get over the finish line tonight, but we got 2 games to do it and we're 4 points clear, so hopefully we can do it against Greece, and if not Greece, we'll do it against Finland.